Hey, welcome into the Snap Fantasy Football YouTube channel. We have the best day of the season. It's your favorite draft, the 2021 Listener League Draft. This is our third annual contest. We've dialed it up to be a unique league. Once again, have my co-host and for the first time co-manager with me, Lando. What's going on, buddy?
I am excited, Mac. I can't wait to have another very fun year with the Snap Army, the listeners here against us, and we're doing an auction draft. So if you watch after the fact and you want some help with your auction drafts, this is the video for you because this is a real draft. Mac and I are going to talk through our strategies, our budgeting, everything. We might be able to give away some tips to our listeners drafting against us, but that's all right. We're still going to beat them. Even if they know all of our favorite players, all of our rankings, we still got it, Mac.
It's the hardest part about drafting with people that listen to you on a weekly basis, that chat with you in Discord daily. They know all of your secrets. They know everybody that you like. And when these guys come up on the block, I'm guaranteeing that we're going to get bid up like crazy. But for those of you that aren't in the league, what do we have going on today? It is a auction style draft. Some people are calling it salary cap now. It's a $200 budget. There is no position. You don't draft from like the 1 spot or the 12 spot. You bid on players, and you're trying to get those players on your team. We have 2 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, a tight end, and a flex, but the scoring settings are somewhat unique. We have a half point per first down. Now, this is for all receiving, rushing, and passing. So anybody that throws for first down, rushes, or receives a first down is going to get a half point. We also have a half point per reception, so it's a half PPR with a bonus point for tight end. So it is a tight end premium. And then the other piece, a half point per completion, so trying to boost those quarterbacks up, but a -1 point per incompletion. So for those inefficient, inaccurate quarterbacks, it's really going to help level the playing field a little bit. So like a Lamar Jackson, yeah, he's going to give you elite rushing yardage, but when he's throwing 52 to 60%, you ain't going to like Lamar too much. So it should really be interesting to see how this one shakes out.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, that's tip number 1. Make sure to know your draft settings, whether you're an auction, snake draft, or whatever it is. Look at those settings. If there's weird bonuses for those long receptions for wide receivers, or these point for first downs, that makes a difference to how you're going to draft and what your strategy might be. But Mac, I do want to plug our Discord community. Everyone in our draft right now is from our Discord community. So if you want help this season with your fantasy football league, make sure to join. We just started a new start-sit channel. So if you have some really tough start-sit questions, a channel just for you where Mac and I and the great people in our community can help you figure out who to start, who to bench, and it's a lot of fun in there, Mac.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the kind of the cool thing is that when you guys have ideas, you can just bring them to the space and we can make them happen. Much like the platform we're drafting on, the Sleeper platform, they listen to their community, they make things happen. That's why they're the number 1 for Dynasty. That's why they're one of the best platforms in fantasy football right now, in my opinion. And our community is no different. Our Discord is no different. And if you feel so inclined to potentially join our YouTube membership, make that fantasy football experience a little bit more tailored. You know, jump in a private live stream with Landon and myself every month. Go ahead and click the join button. Get more details. It'd be awesome. Jumping into the chats, we see the Snap Army in there. Griff, Chris, Easy, what's going on? We got the producer in there as well. I am excited. Now, when it comes down to building a roster, Lando, we have to start 2 quarterbacks. Every year we throw a curveball at our participants. Last year, it was a 3rd round reversal, which was a new feature on Sleeper. Tough to throw a 3rd round reversal type curveball at the guys this year, but we are throwing a curveball, and I'll let you throw this one at them.
The curveball this year, Mac and I were trying to figure this out. The curveball is that there is going to be a roster limit on quarterbacks.
Ooh.
So this is a start 2 quarterback league, and you can only roster 3. So everyone here listening that wanted to get Justin Fields, Trey Lance, plus a couple more starters like Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, you're not going to be able to do that. You can only roster 3 quarterbacks, so it makes it way more difficult to compete in the start 2 quarterback league. Plus, do we have 14 people or 12 people in this league?
And
okay, so that's not as hard then. You might still be able to get some waiver wire gems at the quarterback position still.
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, sometimes you'll see people go into these QB heavy leagues and they will just corner the market and stockpile 4 or 5 quarterbacks. You can't do that. You can't. 3 max.
No.
3.
No.
So choose them wisely.
The settings have been changed, y'all. So I can't wait. We have some of the regulars here like Schwartz, Easy, Cat's Pajamas in here, and we have a lot of really great new faces. Spinks from overseas is going to be participating in this draft, and hopefully it's not too late for you. But we appreciate you coming in either way. Should be a ton of fun.
One thing that I've wanted to do for a while, and we finally just got it into the works, having a theme for your team names. I've always kind of wanted to do that, and this year we have imposed an office theme name. So we have Team Parkour for Easy Daddy. We've got Here Comes Treble for CJB. NASCAR Bob, That's What She Said. That's a great one. That's what she said. Shroot Bucks for Robo Chris. Frozen Sprinkles for the Cat's Pajamas. Fitting nickname. The Dundies. The Dundies for Hooked on a Thielen. I think that's Griff. No, I feel like that's wrong. Kevin's Chili. How the Turntables for Spinks. The Scranton Stragglers for Dev. Creed Bratton for Nate. The Boner Champ for our defending champion, Mr. Brett Schwartz, and Landon, Scott, and myself drafting as a team. Never have done this before. We've always had our own teams, but we are Dunder Mifflin, and that seems very fitting. We could have been Sabre or Sabre if you want to call it that, but we are Dunder Mifflin, so that will be fun just to have some. We always do some write-ups and try to keep it fun each and every week. So to play on those nicknames will be good.
Yeah, so I'm excited, Mac. This is going to be fun. You and I will have to draft together, and it's going to be tricky to figure out what kind of strategy we have. Scotty can be on the line to help us, and I know he'll just spend whatever it takes to get Derrick Henry. So that might be one of our Achilles heel. Because Scotty just wants those bell cow running backs that don't catch the football.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to veto this right now. We are not taking Rob Gronkowski. Rob Gronkowski is out officially.
Now, we do have – it is a tight end premium league. It's an extra point per reception for a tight end. So I like to play in a lot of leagues with tight end premiums. It really evens out the playing field a little bit and pushes those tight ends like Kelsey, Kittle, and Waller up the draft board. It makes them worthwhile to really spend big dollars on those guys, and you could really flex them as well because a lot of them will be better than wide receivers in this scoring format.
Right. We're 3 minutes out here. Anything that you can give to the listeners, to those participating first-time auction, just a tip, just something to help them, just a friendly reminder.
Man, this is tough. A friendly reminder for everyone here. Have a good time.
You give them a tip. I'll be right back.
Get in there. All right. Some things to watch when auction drafting is how to really budget yourself. There's always going to be $1 players at the end. So going with those studs and duds approach isn't the end of the world. You'll still get a lot of good players for just $1. Watching where end of tiers happen is also one of my biggest tips. When you want to get a player that really starts a tier or in the middle of the tier, because the last player in that tier, whether it's a running back, wide receiver, they always seem to go for more money. So it's hard to do when you're doing it live. And Mac and I are gonna have a struggle here, maybe figuring out where the tiers are. But yeah, getting that guy first or in the middle is better than the last guy in the tier. So that's my number one tip.
Other tip: don't nominate someone that you want.
Ooh.
Don't do it. It is a clear indication that you are a favorite of that player, and that you want them and you're targeting them, and people will bid you up. So make your move at the last minute. Don't nominate someone that you are enthralled with.
All right. All right.
4:58. We are 2 minutes away. We did see some.
We've got.
Can we flex a QB? We just had a question in the sleeper chat. No, you cannot flex a quarterback. This is not a super flex league. This is a 2-quarterback league. You must start 2 quarterbacks. So that does change the emphasis, the priority on the quarterback position, because it's not like super flex where, oh, I've got a bye week. If you leave a quarterback out of that position, you are taking a donut. It is a 0. So it's not like a super flex league where you can flex in a different position. You have to have 2 quarterbacks, or else it's a 0, which could play into your strategy. But for the most part, having 3 QBs is advantageous, and they will be priced accordingly.
I don't have access to type in the group chat CJBU. I don't know if he's watching the actual live stream. So jump in the chat and say, yeah, no, you cannot. There we go. Nate Bowers in there. Let him know you cannot. Everyone's pretty much in except for Ziploc Bagans here right now. But we will be ready to go. Hopefully he's in there shortly. I'm excited for this, Mac.
The clock hits 5. We are starting the draft. We are going to get this thing rolling. I've been thinking about this all day, and I want it to go down now. Getting a couple pictures in from the lads. Bob, double Corona, ready to go. I think Brad is, Chelly D is helping him out, and the draft has started. So first nomination up is Robo Chris. Now this is different than what you would see in a typical. Oh, that is not the screen we want. Hold the phone, people. Hold the phone. Got to switch it over to Sleeper. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so
Patrick Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes has been put up on the block. Pat Mahomes is going to go for an exorbitant amount of money right now. What I was going to say is that this is unlike typical snake drafts where you pick someone your first. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's going.
Let's get it. He's got to go.
This is different where a snake draft, you would be put up for bid, and you would not put up for bid. You would be put up, you would be selected, and it would move through and it would snake back. What the order that you see at the top of your draft board is just a nomination order.
Yeah.
So $43, Lando. I'm gonna have to say that we're gonna be in on Pat Mahomes for a lot more. So we're gonna jump in on the bidding, and you can see us getting in here. We currently have the highest bid at 46, now up to 47. Every single time someone bids, the clock resets. And what actually might be nice is if I can drag that down, y'all can see the clock. Let me see if I can format this a little bit nicer for you guys.
Are we letting NASCAR Bob? They got him for $50.
That was error on my part there. That was a steal.
Yeah, wrong time to adjust the screen.
I will take that as first error.
I wish I could have bid, but I cannot bid on this on my side, even though we are.
You can't bid?
I don't believe I can. Let me try here. Oh yeah, we can. I can. Sorry, I should have just done that. I should have tried. I also dropped the ball.
Now Travis Kelce is probably the most elite tight end. I think it's a pretty easy argument to win in this scoring setting, getting an extra point per reception plus a half a point per first down. Travis Kelce could be a huge difference maker. And if I was NASCAR Bob, I would be heavily targeting Travis Kelce to stack. The problem is he might go for the same price as Pat Mahomes.
Man, it's that first player up. Not everyone wants to spend money. Patrick Mahomes should have went for
$70.
Closer to 60. Yeah, 65. So NASCAR Bob got a really good price on him there.
He's gone.
It'll be interesting to
Travis
see.
Kelce for 42 to see.
Yeah, again, people are a little bit hesitant to spend up right now. We'll see. I think we'll see what Spinks, who he nominates. He's going Dak Prescott. So is it an indication that he wants Dak or he does not want Dak and that he wants people to spend up on Dak?
Dak Prescott. This is somebody that I would be in on at the right price, but I think he's going to go for more than we anticipate. Pat Mahomes being the steal of the draft is going to just be a thorn that sticks in my side.
But now is the market set fairly low for quarterbacks,
and there could be an overreaction to that. So it is possible. Absolutely possible.
Yeah.
You're in on him at 31. I like that. 33. I like it.
Yeah, for sure. I would if somehow we can keep it under $40, that would be pretty awesome. I can't expect that to happen, but you never know. We're gonna get bid up all night long, Mac. So
I knew this was coming regardless, Lando.
Yeah. We've
Currently
got
at 41 or 40, I should say. We can go to 41. Yeah. I don't mind the price, but I'm going to let that one go for Dak.
Okay.
Oh, it kept going. Easy jumped in at 41.
Yeah. This is going to be an interesting. That's still a really good price for a start 2 quarterback league. Man, I would have been happy with both of those guys at this point.
But you're right. Has the market been set?
Yeah.
That is the question. We are up after the net. Oh, Gus Edwards. This is a nice little pop out here. Potentially at this point you could get a Gus Edwards type fairly cheap. I like this little strategy of throwing somebody out that you kind of like early and seeing if people will just be hands off. And sometimes you can walk away with a nice deal. He's at 13 right now, 14, which I think is close to what he would go for. But Nate's potentially getting a steal.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting strategy where no one really knows what to spend on running backs yet and how much they're going to go for. Mm-hmm. Christian McCaffrey could easily go for above what Patrick Mahomes did, which in a start 2 quarterback league is quite risky. So this Gus Edwards for $18 from Schwartz, I think that's a decent price. You and I were kind of just out on him the entire time.
It's our turn to nominate, Landon. Who do you want to throw up here? Do you want to go with the quarterback that we talked about earlier?
Yeah, I think we should go with a tricky little strategy here on a player that we all... Oh, you went Kirk Cousins.
I went that direction.
I thought you were going to go other way.
Nope.
All right. I think people are going to get a deal on Mr. Cousins at this point, but we'll see what happens.
Breaking news, if you bought into the Justice Hill, I guess, potential when we lost J.K. Dobbins, he just tore his Achilles at practice.
Justice Hill tore his Achilles.
He did, just now.
Oh, no. Well, that is terrible news for Justice Hill owners. I didn't grab him anywhere, even though I'm the resident Justice Hill stan.
You are?
But that's a tough one.
Robo Chris announcing it in the chat. Kirk Cousins right now up to 17. I still like him for that price. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's go one more. See if we can get a steal here for $19. Easy up to 20. Trying to grab quarterback 2. 21. Yeah, easy. We'll push that. We'll push that envelope. We'll try to get Kirk Cousins for $21, which would be $21. Oh, and he's up to 23. Do you want to go 24, Lando?
I mean, it seems like quarterbacks are just not really going for that much yet, but there will be a push because everyone's going to want 2, and they want the good ones. So I think these prices are low right now, but they'll get up there.
Easy Daddy locks up quarterback number 2, $24.
Man, that's a really good start to the draft for Easy.
It is really solid.
Getting 2 very good quarterbacks to start, jumping in early. That's a really good strategy. Easy, get these guys early, and you'll kind of get those. You won't have to be in those bidding wars later on once people, CeeDee Lamb. Once people are desperate. The desperation is going to kick in soon for people to get quarterbacks.
And there will be a quarterback that goes for more than 49. I'm going to be willing to bet that now.
I'm betting that. I bet Josh Allen goes for more than 49.
Now, CeeDee Lamb is a wide receiver that we both like as a potential second-year breakout. If Dak Prescott can stay healthy, I mean, wheels up for the entire offense. He looks good to go. It's announced that he is going to start on Thursday, just a mere couple days away. It looks like he is ready to go against the Bucs. Went for 21.
All right, here comes the big money. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good price for CeeDee Lamb. An interesting topic when it comes to auction drafting, Mac, is the narrative around hype around players. Because these hype players seem to always go for quite a bit more, even though already $49, already more than Patrick Mahomes.
Crazy.
It's NASCAR Bob, you son of a gun.
To get Mahomes and Allen would be just a ridiculous stack. There is the resident Buffalo Bills fan here in the defending champ, Mr. Brett Schwartz. So here we go. Josh Allen pushing the envelope at $60. We knew that it was going to happen. Bob got a steal.
Yeah, Bob got an absolute steal. You hate to see it. A newcomer, a new addition to the listener league. NASCAR Bob gets the steal of the draft for Mr. Mahomes.
$59 for Josh Allen. Brett Schwartz quickly has 3 players in Gus Edwards, Josh Allen, and CeeDee Lamb. Woo.
Yeah, early bedtime tonight for Schwartzy there. You can that might be the case here. So I think this for people wondering why we like auction drafting, it is a longer process, and you might be stuck sitting and waiting for a lot of this, but it's the best way for players to, if you have the 107, you never have a chance to draft Patrick Mahomes in a 2-quarterback league, or Christian McCaffrey for that matter, in a 1-quarterback league. So it's one of those situations where if you want him, you got to pay up for him, and that's why we like this. You got to put your money where your mouth is. And if you're watching this video right now, means you are up with the news and you know what you're talking about when it comes to fantasy football, or at least you want to. So it also helps the seasoned fantasy player. So it's a little bit tricky for a bunch of new people to start auction, but if you know what you're talking about, you know some of the sleepers, you know these guys that you like and you don't like, auction drafting is definitely the way to go, and it's a lot of fun as long as you get the hang of it here. So Christian McCaffrey, you let him go for $47.
I did.
What was your range? What were you willing to spend for?
No, I thought it was a good price, to be honest. I don't know. This is something that I always do in auction. I hate buying in early. You know, I always love sitting back and trying to get the value. And I'm like, oh, Christian McCaffrey for like 47, that's fine. But what about? And then I go to somewhere else and I'm like, what if I get someone a little bit cheaper? And it usually almost always ends up going the other way.
Yeah, it's classic max strategy that you love the value, even though it turns out that Mahomes was a great value.
Yep.
And now that Stephon Diggs is at 33, CeeDee Lamb was at 21, the first wide receiver, no one knew what to spend on CeeDee Lamb. No one knew what to spend on Travis Kelce and tight end premium. So it's one of those. This is the learning process, and Mac and I I talked about it in our auction video, but it was Mac's really idea is find out where these gauges are, where let the market set itself in these auction drafts.
Right.
And we thought there was a market set on Pat Mahomes, but it turns out the market's now set on Josh Allen at 59. Another guy that we like to see is Jonathan Taylor, a guy who was getting a ton of hype early this offseason. He was kind of the market setter. How much are people willing to spend on an elite running back? And it should be down from there. So it's going to be one of those things where the market gets changed all over. And now that this last quarterback here with Kyler Murray, it's going to be a tier break.
Correct.
It's a tier break from the top 3 or 4.
And
so people are willing to spend that.
There's an argument also to be made to having, a quarterback in the upper tier, and then because of how much you spent, a quarterback in the lower tier. If you could get 2 like second or third tier quarterbacks, would you be better off? I'm going to push the envelope there one more to see if we can get Kyler here for 57.
Yeah. I thought
and Kyler Murray is
I thought you might do that, and we got him. So he is your number 1 ranked quarterback on this season.
Yes.
If y'all are watching this right now and you want access to our weekly rankings, those will be live on our Discord very soon. I will also be doing some videos this week about our rankings, and I'll hopefully do them every single week as long as they do well. But they're just about finalized, so you'll be able to know our rankings, our top 12 quarterbacks, our top 24 running backs, top 24 wide receivers, and top 12 tight ends for this upcoming week. Our season-long rankings are already live on the Discord channel, but our weekly rankings will soon be up there as well. So I'm happy we got an elite quarterback, Mac. We will find value later on. Even though we spent $8 more than Patrick Mahomes, I'm still good with it.
Agreed. Yeah. Like, and who knows if you and I, what did Darren Waller went for 40? Damn. If we push bid at $50 there, as we probably should have, and we push Pat Mahomes, who knows how many times that us and Bob go back and forth. Pat Mahomes, that's how he ends up getting to 60. It's almost like it was the first player. Everyone's just a little bit trigger shy, and he ends up just going for a ridiculous deal.
Yeah,
but there it is.
So are we looking to maybe get Hopkins as well for this Kyler Murray stack? What do you think, Mac?
Not necessarily. If this was a best ball league, I would say, yeah, why not? Because there are going to be the big games. More likely than not, he's going to count for you anyways, but there's going to be the big games. In this case, no, I'm not targeting DeAndre Hopkins now. If we somehow get a deal for him, great. But he's going to go for a pretty penny. Stephon Diggs went for 36. Currently, Devontae Adams is sitting at 43, which it looks like he's going to go for. And I would imagine Tyreek Hill and DeAndre Hopkins are probably going to go for about the same, high 30s, low 40s.
We couldn't really afford to get Devontae Adams for that price, especially him going that much more than Stephon Diggs. I think although Adams is my number 1 wide receiver on the year, I don't like spending an extra $7 on Devontae right now. One of our draft strategies for auction drafts was to nominate wide receivers early and often when it comes to 1 quarterback leagues, because there's so many good wide receivers late that we really liked. We let the elite guys go, and we snagged the CeeDee Lambs early in the offseason while they were still kind of a little bit underrated. Now it seems like guys like that are getting overrated a little bit. That's probably thanks to people like us touting them all offseason. But the DJ Moores, the Robert Woods of the world, Tyler Lockett, those guys, I'm very happy with those players on my roster.
Robo Chris, Dalvin Cook, he puts him up. He gets him $51. Dang.
And it looks like Robo Chris was auto drafting there. He might have had to step away from the computer.
25% of your
but
budget
yeah, no.
goes towards a running back. It could be the number one running back. We'll see how it shakes out. Justin Fields has been nominated. Interesting nomination. Someone who's not going to be available for you most likely in week 1. But it could be week 2, week 3. You don't know. All I know is for $15, I'm interested.
Of course. This was actually our nomination strategy early. Just to see what kind of dollar number these guys would go after or go for. For under $20, I think that's still a pretty good deal. For Easy Daddy, for this to be his third and final quarterback,
important designation.
And this we would need a quarterback like Derek Carr to help us with a Justin Fields.
I'm gonna push 23. What do you want to go to here?
Sure. I think we're right around where I would want to go because I think it's probably close, Mac. I think it's probably close.
Let's go one more. See if 25 can be the magic number here.
Yeah. We will be saving some money for the
25.
We got him for 25, so we'll probably be around that maybe $20-ish range, $15 range for our third and final quarterback.
Based on our budget, absolutely, it'll be pretty close to that.
Yeah. Like a Tua, Baker Mayfield. We're going to be out on Trevor Lawrence. He's going to go for, I would say, upwards of $30, $35 is what I'm thinking he goes for.
Yeah,
here.
Robo Chris, you're looking for the auto. It is in the Q tab. So you just got to click Q, and then upper right corner, you will see turn off that auto. If you go auto once, it will just automatically put you into the auto position.
There we go. Good stuff. 26, that's pretty good considering we got Fields
25.
For 25, and we know that Trevor Lawrence is going to start the entire season. Cat's pajamas that I think you got a really good steal, and we may have overpaid a little bit for Mr. Fields.
With that being said, you never know. Justin Fields does have an extra level of mobility that I do enjoy. And same with Kyler Murray. Both of our quarterbacks have sort of the same build, if you will.
And if you looked at the settings, even quarterbacks get extra points for rushing first downs. So that's one of those little sneaky settings that we put in there that we like. So if you have a quarterback that's going to rush for more, I mean that's kind of it's an even more bonus point on top of the passing bonuses. So we came out today that Saquon Barkley is expected to play week 1. He's going for 34 right now. Yeah, let's for sure keep that going.
Yeah, I got the finger on the trigger here.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can. Are we going to steal Saquon Barkley? I think we just stole Saquon Barkley.
We stole Saquon
for 35.
For 35. I thought he'd be closer to that $40. Bidding against us, Mac? What's going on here?
I don't know. It's our nomination. Do you want to go with what we said earlier with a tight end?
You can do whatever you like here. Yeah, I'm good with anything.
You get the next nomination, but we're gonna go with Logan Thomas. See what happens here with Mr. Thomas. Saquon Barkley for 35. That seems like a solid deal.
I think so. I think Barkley's a very good deal. But here's what we're talking about with these players that kind of go out of turn. Alvin Kamara, and everyone's waiting for Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor to go up.
Right.
So they aren't willing to bid us up on Saquon Barkley because there's so much still available. And so I think people are saving their cash, and Barkley's on a bad team. He's not getting the hype that some other players are. And I think we got, because there's really no chatter about Barkley and he's been gone for a year, that's why we get him for a pretty good deal.
And Logan Thomas goes for $9, which is a solid price. I thought he would go for more. So nice to try to test the waters and see if we can get something for free-ish, but
I would have been
free.
Yeah, I would have been in on Logan Thomas around that price, but I'm good waiting and seeing. We've already spent quite a bit of money, which this is kind of a little bit outside of your comfort level, Mac. You're normally saving, getting better deals on guys. We paid up for Fields. We got Kyler. We paid up for Kyler too, but we got the deal on Barkley. So 44 for Lamar. That's a really good price as well.
Yeah,
I
it
think.
is. And I think, like you said, there's going to be sort of a moment where I think guys are like, oh, man, we got to go. We got to move.
Yeah.
There's some people sitting with some full budgets right now. And, Nate, I can't remember which one. Oh, I think Griff is Ziploc. Griff, Nate, who's hooked on a Thielen? It's tough when you have Discord names and you have sleeper names. You're trying to merge the two together in your head. 36 now for Zeke is the offer that you could spend. I feel like Zeke should go for more. But with Saquon Barkley going for only 35.
That's what makes it tough. It's these let's see, who is hooked? The Dundies is hooked on a Thielen. Do you remember? I don't know.
I always get them messed up.
The hooked on a Thielen. Yeah, that's a good price. Very good price. I mean, Zeke is going ahead of Barkley in most drafts, but goes for $3 more in this auction. So that's about right. That's about right. It's just that Dalvin, that $51 for Dalvin is just seems like a little bit of an overspend by Chris, and I think he may have auto drafted that. But again, like you said, he potentially is the number one running back on the season. In my mind, he's a tier on his own with McCaffrey. You have Kamara up there, and I'm interested to see how much Kamara goes for in this format.
So far, $45 for DK Metcalf. That's a lot of money.
That is set the new market. Yeah, set the new bar.
So far, my takeaway from this draft is that tight ends are going for more than I anticipated, and quarterbacks are going for less than I anticipated. Wide receivers are actually going for much, much more. It's a very interesting board so far. I wouldn't have pegged it to go this way, but that's kind of the beauty of auction. Like, when you're preparing for a snake draft, you kind of know how the chips are going to fall. Like, you know that if you have the 11th or 12th pick, you're kind of at that turn. I'm probably not going to have Devontae Adams. I'm probably not going to have Zeke Elliott. You can kind of game plan for what you have, but the order in which players are nominated and who spends how much on which players, like, it's a truly unique experience every single time you auction. And we're going to see George Kittle, $43, easy daddy, just doubling down on the tight end strategy.
Wow. Yeah, two of the top tier tight ends. Kittle was the new high, $43. Kelsey went for 42 for CJ. So this is
okay.
That's a new high.
We have some clarity in the chat. Thank you, Griff. He is Ziploc. So I had that one right. I can't remember who hooked on a Thielen is, but here we see Kyle Pitts. The tight ends are coming out early. People have money to spend. I'm going to say this one goes for. I'm going to say this is the new record.
You think this goes? Yeah, maybe. I think this is going to go for closer to that 35 mark, personally.
I'm not going to let Nate get him for cheap, though. So we'll throw in a quick bid at 28, and we'll see if anyone wants to challenge. And there's 29.
Yeah, I would probably be out on Kyle Pitts, personally, but
and it looks like Devin is going to get him at $29 for his second tight end.
Second tight end. Interesting.
Boys are taking tight end premium to a whole new level.
And what I was going to mention is that this is a little bit of a new scoring format for people. So maybe they're not used to spending up on quarterback. Most people just go late round quarterback or figure it out, or willing to draft a quarterback mid to late rounds. They're not used to a super flex style or start two quarterback leagues. So it might have taken a little bit longer to gauge these quarterbacks and what kind of prices to spend on them.
Derrick Henry up right now, $36 is the current high bid. Now 37.
So
Derrick Henry is an
great.
interesting one. He is limited in his pass catching work, but he's going to pick up a ton of first downs. And
First
that's where
downs.
Derrick Henry in this format really levels. He gaps up from where he typically would fall in a PPR league. Yes, it is still a half PPR league, but it's a half point per first down, and Derrick Henry is going to get a ton of those. So he is worth a little bit more in this format than he typically would be in your standard half or full PPR league.
Yeah, if you are watching this after the fact, let us know in the comments right now. Are you in or out on Derrick Henry? Is he the outlier that gets 300 plus carries again and 2,000 plus yards, and he is just the guy that breaks all the records on the ground? And could he finish again back in the top 5 running back position? Because this year it seems like people are a little bit out on Derrick Henry. There's a larger majority of people that are out on him and what he's going to do this season. So let us know in the comments, and we'll get back to you as well on that.
Devin said, you guys did say tight end premium, right?
Well,
yes,
we did.
Dev, it is certainly a tight end premium. Tyreek Hill right now is up for 33. I would expect some action on Tyreek. Surprised I haven't seen NASCAR Bob bidding yet with Pat Mahomes on a steal. Why not stack him up? 35 is the current bid for Tyreek Hill, which is cheaper than I thought he would go for. 36 late bid. 36 for, there he is, NASCAR Bob jumping in, as I would expect.
Yeah, I would say that's, considering DK went for 45, hooked on a Thielen, might actually get a good discount. Oh, not quite. I was thinking maybe he, even though spending up on DK, that he could spend down here on Tyreek. Tyreek's one of those players that just gets targeted so much in that offense. NASCAR Bob 41. I think that's a good price for Tyreek Hill, and he got the stack with Pat Mahomes. Maybe he's watching us right now.
If you knew coming into a 2 QB league that you could get Mahomes and Hill for $90, would you sign on the dotted line or take your chances?
I would probably sign for that. Absolutely.
If you were wanting them as a pair.
Yeah, I would. And why wouldn't you want those two as a pair? That sounds like a recipe for championship.
Agreed.
And now we see this again. Calvin Ridley gets up quick. People love Calvin Ridley, myself included. He's one of the few wide receivers that can finish as the top wide receiver. And yeah, he went for 36, and Griff got a pretty good deal. He got a good deal on Derrick Henry and Calvin Ridley. So getting those positions filled. We'll see what he does at quarterback. There's still several teams, 4, 5, 6 teams without a quarterback. I want to see some of these quarterbacks go, Mac. I think we should be nominating quarterbacks because we want the other positions. We want deals on running back, wide receiver, tight end right now. We got to get quarterbacks up on the board quick.
Here comes a big one. Jonathan Taylor is currently up on the board. He should go for $50+. And look you can just see the thing bouncing around the screen. Everyone's a little bit hot and bothered for Mr. Jonathan Taylor.
As they should be. Griff goes on auto draft, surprisingly, right after he nominates, just clicks the auto button, which is an interesting choice.
No, he's back. He is back in the mix. Jonathan Taylor for 54. Is Jonathan Taylor, though, $19 better than Saquon Barkley?
That is a negative, sir. The O-line is better. The talent is about equal, I would say, between the two of them. Both phenomenal running backs. But I can't imagine spending an extra $20 on Jonathan Taylor. But again, we see that happen every single year, or so far every single draft. Mac, Taylor is the most expensive running back off the board, which is crazy to think, but everyone loves him. Dev has Jonathan Taylor in his profile picture, so I don't think he was leaving the draft without him.
He is a diehard Colts fan, which I respect. DeAndre Hopkins goes to hooked on a Thielen. That is $75 on DK and DeAndre Hopkins.
Going for the elite wide receiver route. I like that. Alvin Kamara. I want to see this and see how high he goes
Well,
here.
we're not going to let him go for 42. So we're going to push the envelope just a little bit. Getting a player like Alvin Kamara at this point kind of puts us in a bit of a hole, unfortunately.
It does put us in a hole. Even though we got Barkley for 35, it still makes it a little bit tough. Oh, man.
And again, this is why we say come to a draft with a budget. Have a budget in mind, how much you're willing to spend per player, and that, or not per player, per position, and then if I spent up at quarterback, if I didn't, like, I know how to adjust on the fly. So far we're doing all right with our budget, Lando. Barkley is a welcomed addition at $35.
Absolutely, and Griff went from saving all of his money to spending it in a big way, going Henry, Kamara, and Ridley. I like those three players. That is a phenomenal foundation. Mm-hmm. We have Nate saving his money. We have Cat's Pajamas with only one player. Nate only is the only player with nobody rostered. So it'll be interesting to see when Nate is willing to spend his money, where we see the value going. And are you on auto draft too?
Oh, we are on auto offer. That is oh no. No. Get out of here. We don't want that.
No.
Dude. I didn't even know that.
Yep. So it looks like we're getting Aaron Jones for $39.
Okay.
All right. Not the strategy that I was hoping for, but
I was writing something down. Oh, no.
All right. Here we go.
Well, that's it's not what we wanted.
Oh, all righty. Sounds good. Aaron Jones, great player, but
not what I was looking for there.
Not what we were after here.
So that's two things so far. I have went to adjust the screen, and Bob got Pat Mahomes for 49, and then I went to make a quick note, and Aaron Jones, we get auto bid.
We got auto bid on Aaron Jones. So there you go.
Nice.
You live and learn, but this is the fun in drafting live, and mistakes happen. That's all right. I'm okay with that.
That hurts. That really does hurt.
Yeah.
So now we're sitting at 35. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. We're gonna be sitting here for a while, not doing a whole lot.
Yeah, we will. Makes for great radio.
Yeah, we'll be commentating.
All right, here we go. Russell Wilson. I like to see this. I want to see him go for a lot. I think Nate is going to be in on Russ, as he should be. We need a quarterback as our number 2, but it's not going to be Russ because we don't have the money.
We have the money for certain bit. Like for 25. Okay, there goes 30. But Russ should go for $40+.
I think he should too. There should be a good bidding war. I think Nate should be in here. Robo Chris has a lot of money, 2 left. Both those guys should be in on Russ. I mean, there's still a lot of good quarterbacks with Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Matt Stafford on the board, but Russ really does provide one of the last difference makers at the position.
Right.
And just the consistency and efficiency that Russ has. I don't think they go through the same trials and tribulations they did last year with the poor second half of the season. I think they're going to be consistent, the Seahawks that is, and they should be locked and loaded. We got Turk asking and telling us that he can't wait for the podcast reviewing this draft. And number 1 review is Max Mistakes.
Whoa. Hey, buddy, you're sitting over there with the same controls I am. So don't be pointing fingers. You're just sitting there looking pretty.
That's what I do best. You know that.
That's true.
Mike Evans. I like these kind of off-the-wall nominations. They're saving their money for the big guys. They don't want Mike Evans. I know that CJB OU does not. Oh, he's bidding on him. He did. I think he did nominate him. And there's a great feature, guys. A pass button.
Right.
on sleeper. So if you're out like Dev is on Mike Evans, he's out. So if everyone just presses pass and they're out, then it'll just go to the winner. That's kind of what the button's there for.
Crazy to see Mike Evans almost go there for $9. Had to push that one.
Yeah, of course.
Now,
are we?
Go ahead.
No. I'm checking in on. We have a slow draft going on right now. I want to make sure that I'm not. Oh yeah, still a long time before I'm out.
So we are gonna have to adjust our budgets a little bit, Lando. Just a little bit.
Can we trade Aaron Jones away real quick? Nate, do you want him?
Would have been nice. Didn't want to spend $39 on Aaron Jones, to be honest with you. But that is the auto. Crazy though, because I didn't realize that it was our turn to offer. I should have been keeping an eye on that, but sometimes multitasking is tough. But it's just it just jumped us right up to the average draft price, which I don't really love. Like I understand how the auto works and it's supposed to be efficient, but at the same time, like, shouldn't it be strategic in that if the offer is like 6, it should bid 7 up to the ADP?
You would think, and I think that's the same thing that happened to Robo Chris. I think it just jumped up to 51 on Dalvin Cook. I don't think he wanted to spend that. If Chris wants to clarify, that got up there real quick, and it's the same thing that happened with Aaron Jones.
Unfortunately, yeah. $44 for Austin Eckler off the board.
Yep.
I would like to grab a tight end here, Lando, but I don't know if I want to pay these tight end prices.
I think that people are going to want to save some money for their other positions pretty soon. Mm-hmm. So like how Logan Thomas went for so cheap, I think that some of these guys like Mark Andrews, TJ Hawkinson won't go for a ton. I could be wrong, Mac. I could be wrong. But, careful there, Easy. Don't put yourself on auto, and then all of a sudden you have a $30 Tom Brady.
35 for Tom Brady. He got up there quick. 36. It'll be interesting to see now how these quarterback situations pan themselves out. They are the most important position, though, in this league. You should try to get 3. That would be advantageous. We might be trying to make it work at wide receiver, unfortunately.
We're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel for wide receiver. Now it is only start 2, but you could also flex 2.
And Chris has said he was trying to spam pass button. Yeah.
Yeah.
It hurts.
I feel your pain, Mr. Robo Chris. And
Tom Brady for 39
is Griff has spent the most money real fast.
Tom Brady, Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, Calvin Ridley, nice little squad. Aaron Rodgers up on the board, and he's currently going for $20. Should be much more.
He should be going for closer to that $45 mark. I think he will go. But hey, you never know. If we can get him for cheap, then we really will be watching the draft finish out.
I mean, look, like $26. I know that we don't have the budget to play with, but okay, at least we helped it along. That's fine.
Yeah. That's what we got to do.
I can't have Aaron Rodgers going for like the same price that we could have spent on Justin Fields, but he went for 31.
Great deal, and he got that stack with Devontae Adams. That team is looking nice already. Spinks.
That across the pond magic.
Across the pond magic, doing it. All right, Nate. I'm watching you. I'm watching that team of yours.
Griff has said that his daughter hit the enter button. A 1-year-old has now made the draft choice. Love it. Tom Brady. And Nate has taken typically our strategy of just sitting back and doing his thing, watching everybody just blow their budget. And I think that's a fantastic move given what's transpired so far.
Nick Chubb for 37 is also a very good deal.
Very good deal.
So hooked on the Thielen
2 less
has
than Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
I'd love to just be able to release Aaron Jones.
Yeah. Could we?
We could.
That would be
we hold the power. We absolutely could.
We hold the power. We could do that. No.
What's done is done, though. Unfortunately, I would love to do
done.
that, but we didn't do the same for Robo. So
that's correct. We can't make exceptions for us. So yeah, $15 for Mark Andrews. This is a good pick for NASCAR Bob to really get an elite tight end in this format. He's going to be awesome in this format, being the number 1 pass catcher for the Baltimore Ravens, similar to what Waller is. He's a guy I really like, and I think he should be closer to that $35 mark.
He won't, though.
Than he is going right. No,
budgets
he won't.
Are thinning.
So, and Nate has the money to spend up on him. So is he going to let him go? Looks like he will.
Robo Chris, $23. Not a bad price, to be honest.
No, considering Waller and Kittle went for 43, I would say that's an excellent price.
Yeah, people are asking in the chat, like, how are players going for less than their counterparts? And it's like, it's auction. It's the way the draft unfolds. You know, it's the way that players are nominated, how much money people spend, budgets, preferences. Like, it's just really how it all unfolds, which is why it's such a cool format.
Like, Mac and I agreed we wouldn't take Fields or Lance, and look what happened.
Yeah.
We got him. And if I would have known that Trevor Lawrence went for $1 more, I would have said,
yep.
I would have taken Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
But that's just how it goes. It's so funny if you look at the draft after it's over and you look at how much players go for versus very similar players that you would take earlier go for cheaper than players you would take after. But it's that tiers I was talking about earlier. Justin Jefferson typically would go for close to what Calvin Ridley is, but right now he's only owned for 28, and
$27.
That's a great deal.
$27.
Yeah.
Jonathan Thielen picks up his 4th wide receiver. Metcalf, Hopkins, Evans, Jefferson, Chubb. Abandoning the quarterback position might not be the best decision.
Yeah, it might be. Ziploc. Griff is on auto draft again.
Nope. I don't know where you're seeing that.
Oh, it's weird. It says auto on my screen.
Interesting.
But
I have to keep my.
Yeah, I can see him on the screen there too.
Interesting. It doesn't say auto on mine. So, who do you want to nominate for the next? As soon as Nate goes and nominates next, we can chat. But think about someone. I've nominated the first 2. You nominate our third here.
All right. I think I would go with Justin Herbert to see what kind of dollars we can get out of the rest of the guys.
I like it.
We've got 3 teams without a quarterback. I think Nate's he must have his eye on Herbert. So I'm gonna hope that people will still spend on him now while they still have money. So it'll be a bit of a bidding war for Herbert while people still have money is kind of my thought process here.
Najee Harris went to Bob for $39.
Again, it should be a first down machine. Okay,
and
Nate
Justin Herbert
nominated him himself. So I wonder if he is going to.
If you sit here as Nate or the Cat's Pajamas or CJB, this would be a target. I mean, Griff is in tough here. Sorry, not Griff. Hooked on a Thielen is in tough here. Needs a quarterback. Has 39 max to do it. You're just not going to get caliber quarterbacks for $39, unfortunately.
It's going to be tricky. But now with our rules of only having 3 max, that might help a guy like Hooked on a Thielen.
I would like to see someone get to 3, though. I don't know that it happens quick. I think it's going to be a while from now.
Oh, Nate, is he out on Justin Herbert here?
39. 39 right now. CJB has passed. We will also pass, just, to get that out there.
Yep.
Dev
Dev
really wanted him. He said he's my favorite, but $39 to the Cats Pajamas makes a lot of sense. Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert, 2 quarterbacks there for a total of $65. That's nice. That's really nice.
The thing is, because he got such a good deal on Lawrence, I think that really let him spend up on Herbert to get that elite quarterback. Yes, I do think there's going to be some regression for Herbert.
Holy
all right.
Lando. I just got to Antonio Gibson fast. He was the first player on our board. We're not so good at chatting and doing the auction thing, eh?
No, we're not, I guess.
Yikes.
Oh, boy. That's the fun in it. We're here for a good time. I hope, we're still going to win the league, Mac, but I hope one of these guys comes close because of our
I don't have faith as of right now. Aaron Jones for 39. Aaron Jones better score 20 touchdowns this season, and Justin Fields better get on the field quickly. Yep. I like getting Kyler, though. Yeah, I have a lot of faith in Kyler this year.
Yeah, me too. 33 for Antonio Gibson right now.
34. It's a good nomination. Get some money out.
Yep.
And here's the nice thing, though, Lando. I mean, I'm not pumped with what we spent, but we probably paid market value for Kyler Murray. We got a severe discount on Saquon. Aaron Jones, we probably paid market value. Justin Fields, maybe a slight overpay. Probably not. I mean, it depends how quick he becomes a starter. That's really the question. I would say with the pieces we have, we're actually in good shape. It just doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, it feels like we're watching players we go buy at probably a discount. Some of them anyways, that we would have typically been in on, but we just can't afford to do that right now. Stafford. So yeah, I think our strategy now needs to be to nominate running backs and quarterbacks, because we want those wide receivers to go. Our targets at receiver are going to have to be the DJ Moores, Adam Thielen, Tyler Lockett, and we need to get them for single-digit kind of money somehow.
Matthew Stafford
we'll
for
see
31.
If that happens. And Nate's still watching and not winning.
But you look at the board, the player pool is wonderful. It is great.
Yeah. Oh, we still have a lot of really good options. And now that people are starting to come down to our level, now there's going to be a new market set.
Correct.
Because if everyone has around that $30 to $40, no one can bid up. So we need Nate, and we need we just need Nate to start, and Cat's Pajamas, I guess, to start spending the money.
It's funny, yeah. You look across the board now and you go, wow, there's actually there's a few players that hold the bag right now, and if I was Nate, I'd be bullying a little bit and getting pieces that I liked, but he's going to come down to the rest of us quickly. And the quicker that happens, the better for those that blew their budget early. Absolutely.
Auctions come at you fast.
They do.
Auctions come at you, and you all of a sudden look at the board and you don't like anyone anymore. And you don't want to have $25 left over at the end.
It doesn't help you.
Yeah, you can bully people. You can bully people, and but you won't have anyone bidding against you.
Correct.
So it's one of those things. You got a discount. Yeah, maybe Amari Cooper should have went for more, but at the end of the day, you could have $30 left in your budget after the draft, which is not.
Nate's in a really good position right now. I like. If I could switch with somebody, it would definitely be Nate. I would love to just start picking up a ton of value on players. But you got to be careful at the same time. You don't have an expendable budget that's unlimited. You do have to do so strategically. But he's got to get some quarterbacks going. So does CJB. So does Hooked on Thielen. So It'll be really interesting to see how those quarterbackless teams navigate the rest of this draft. Quarterback position, to give an update for you: Burrow, Tannehill, Ryan, Mayfield, Tua, Lance, Wentz, Fitzpatrick, and then it really kind of falls off. So here comes Trey Lance.
Justin in the comments, I would be dominating right now. He got the invite to be in the listener league, but they did not get back to us soon enough in our DMs on Discord. Sadly. We hate to miss you this year. You'll definitely get an invite next year, Justin. He does say he would dominate. Easy Daddy, who took your team, is doing pretty good himself. He's got 2 elite tight ends and a couple good quarterbacks. So
agreed.
I hope he was hoping that the guy that took his spot did not win the league.
Justin, we'd love to have you next year. Shoot us a message on Discord. Sorry we missed you, but we would love to have you in next year. So keep in touch and shoot us a DM.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream, Justin. And Easy Daddy going with the third quarterback and getting Trey Lance for $27. We got Blaine Wood. Bro, how isn't Mac Jones gone yet? It's a nomination factor, man. We just nominate whoever you want. You could have Pat Mahomes not gone yet if no one nominates him. So it's not necessarily always about nominating the best players. It's the strategy behind nominating that makes it fun and interesting. I think it was Griff maybe in the Discord a couple of weeks ago or last week. Mm-hmm. Someone was arguing what is more strategy, the bidding or the nominating? Did you see that conversation?
No, I would definitely say the nominating though. Absolutely.
I would say, it has more strategy. I mean, look at us. We could accidentally auto bid for $39. That doesn't take any strategy.
Yeah. Blaine criticizing us for our $25 on Justin Fields. I mean, look, it feels that way now, but what happens if he becomes a starter week 2, week 3? Then we have a value. So I'm good with it. And look, if I knew Justin Fields came out before Trevor Lawrence did, if I could switch and pay $1 more for Trevor Lawrence, I absolutely would do so. But that's the way that the draft has unfolded. So welcome in. We appreciate the comments.
Make sure to like and subscribe, Blaine, if you don't already. We do have a Discord as well. If you're new to the channel, make sure to join our Discord, and maybe you can be in the listener league next year and dominate us. You never know.
You never know.
I see, now AJ Brown, I think, is going to go to Nate for a pretty good deal because everyone's running a little bit low on money. Yep. He should be around that $36, $35 mark, but he's going to go closer to, 23 up right now. Is he going to let him go? Yeah. Everyone's going to be in on that kind of price.
Sure, yeah.
But
here's the thing with Justin Fields, too. It's like, look, they moved up to draft him. Andy Dalton, he's a competent quarterback. He's not the future of this team. Andy Dalton goes up against the Rams week 1. Andy Dalton's getting fed to the Wolves.
I was thinking about that too, actually, yeah.
We could see Justin Fields sooner than later. Which is like in this format, mobility is huge for the scoring settings. We certainly would be reaping the benefits if he pans out.
Yeah, the Bears. I think the Bears stink is going to wear off this year. I'm a big fan of Justin Fields. It's definitely a gamble.
Absolutely a gamble.
But that's why we play the game, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens in Chicago. I think this team is on the upswing, and you may have missed it earlier, but players get a point for rushing first downs, and a guy like Trey Lance and Justin Fields and these. Or half point, they get a half point.
I'll flip that up on the screen real quick here.
Yeah.
So quarterbacks are half point per completion, -1 per incompletion, half point per first down. So that's passing, rushing, or receiving. For a mobile quarterback, running for those first downs is going to be great too. Half point per reception, +1 for tight end reception. So we do have a tight end premium as well here. Back to the action. Ryan Tannehill right now for $10. I'll be in on Ryan Tannehill for that price.
Absolutely. Yeah, we need that third quarterback. And if
I'll make Nate pay for it though. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. Considering a guy like Stafford went for 31, Cousins went for 24. We got to make him pay a little bit. He can't get discounts on everything just because he has the most money.
right.
Mr. Nate Bowers. He's Dynasty Nate is one of our staple guys in the Discord community. He's been active since the get-go. He's a very knowledgeable guy. Big fan of him and the knowledge he drops, especially
Absolutely.
when it gets to the Devi and Dynasty formats. So
Here
Nate, now Nate getting him for $25. It feels right. If we had the money, sure, I'd be in on Tannehill for that kind of price.
I had my finger hovering
right now,
over the trigger there. I wanted to just push him. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Blaine, I have a Superflex auction league coming up tonight, so just seeing how y'all's go. Good luck to you, man.
Perfect. Yeah, hopefully this gives you an idea. I mean, the biggest tip we can do is maybe get guys early before the market is really set.
Yeah.
Of course, unless they go for absurd money, but even then, I mean, then that's fine. But don't be scared to pay $50 for Pat Mahomes. Is the biggest suggestion, the biggest tip I could give you is don't be scared to pay up for Pat. Did we get Tua there?
Nope.
Oh no, he's still going. Sorry, still going.
I'll throw in an offer though. I just
in
the chat. There is a limit of 3 for quarterback.
Yeah. So
looks like we're gonna get Tua.
We got our third quarterback for $12. That's what we needed to do. We had to get a quarterback for cheap, and we did. So, and so Blaine, that Barkley win, it's because guys like Kamara and Jonathan Taylor were still available. So we got Barkley out of turn, which no one wanted to spend up on Barkley at the time, and that's how we got the discount on him. The Aaron Jones was an auto draft. That was a mistake by us, but we got the discount on Barkley because there were so many good players still available. That's what we gotta do. And
my boy Blaine is he's on the same wavelengths as me though. Kyler, QB1. Have him that way in my rankings. Believe through and through that he will be the guy with what he gives you from a rushing standpoint. He has arm talent. He's got weapons. Love Rondell Moore. Not so loving of the running back situation there, but if Chase Edmonds can be somewhat of a nice pass catching option for him, and James Conner can pound that rock, they'll be solid, man. Nate on the board, bud. $24. Joe Burrow, my guy.
Got a discount on him too. It was a great buy. You'll be able to get, Nate's going to be able to get like Matt Ryan, Baker Mayfield as his top 3 guys, and that'll be great.
Easy Daddy jumping in, taking Elijah Moore from us. I
don't think we can really bid up on Elijah Moore.
No.
Yet.
Not yet. We are up next for nomination. Let's get another quarterback on the board. You down with that? Yeah.
Matt Ryan, throw him up there?
Absolutely. Oh, we can't nominate because we have 3 on our team already. Okay, it's going to have to be a running back. Let's go.
No, I nominated him.
Oh, okay. Well, it said that I couldn't, so.
Because I must have beat you to it.
Okay, that makes sense. My guy Rondell Moore is a big sleeper. I agree. I think that in what we've seen so far in the preseason, the way they're going to use Rondell Moore is kind of like how the Jags are using Laviska Shenault, a little bit of a gadget guy. Manufacture touches for a guy with big playability who can really just open up a playbook for you, and I think that's what Rondell Moore does. So his athleticism, the dynamic quality of the offense with Kyler being super mobile and Rondell Moore being super fast and strong, like I think it's going to be really, really fun to watch. So I also think Rondell Moore is a big sleeper, somebody that we're both actively trying to get on our teams before week 1. If he's sitting on your waiver wire, as we mentioned today on our latest YouTube video, please go out and get yourself some Rondell Moore. Cheap. Yeah. He's the cheapest he'll be right now.
You're exactly right. Blaine, I don't know where you've been all year. We've been get in that Discord, dude. You're in the chats. We appreciate you coming in. Make sure to get in the Discord, join the community. It's a lot of fun. Looks like you've got some great takes, and it's gonna be a really fun year. And we like active people coming in the community. It should be a lot of fun. I'm a massive Rondell Moore fan. Massive Rondell Moore fan.
Now, typically, if we were playing in a 2QB or a Superflex league, I would try to go 2 to 3 running backs, 2 to 3 quarterbacks within my first 5 to 6 picks. Like, I'm going to load up on those positions because they are the most important. I don't like the dollar value that we now sit at, but I like that we have 3 quarterbacks, and that really is an insurance policy to Tagovailoa on Justin Fields. I do like that. We're going to have to wait just a little bit to go and try to get a wide receiver. DeAndre Swift's currently sitting at 21. Week 1 is in jeopardy for him, and Jamal Williams looks like he'll have a full workload week 1 here, which should be interesting.
Cats Pajamas has a bunch of week 7 buys. I wouldn't be concerned at all about that, Cats. You'll be able to trade and figure it out. I don't even look at bye weeks early on, especially when you're drafting. By week 7, you're going to have a completely different team. I wouldn't worry about that, my dude. And even if you lose 1 week, I mean, hey, there's worse things that could happen. Man, have you checked our video today? What the views at? What there are right now? Almost 900 views.
People love waivers. Waivers.
It is fantasy season again.
It is.
We are in it.
Blaine brings up another good name, which if you play in any DraftKings best ball, Jacoby Myers is someone who's going like ridiculously late that I think will probably be the wide receiver 1 for the New England Patriots, who now all pass catching options get that upgrade with Mac Jones being their starter. So like Jacoby Myers wheels up. He should climb your draft boards, but he's not. And someone like Marquez Callaway is currently the 82nd player off the board. Not only like 3 weeks ago, he was almost the 82nd wide receiver off the board. So his price has literally gone through the roof, and it's wild to see that. Josh Jacobs only going for $17 at the moment. Budgets are starting to run thin.
He's an example of a guy with no hype, and a guy that every tout and every analyst, no pun intended there, just isn't a fan of Josh Jacobs. We're not. I'm not as myself. I mean, Mac likes him probably more than I do, but it's not like
not by much.
He's not by much. He's not yelling from the rooftops like we are about Rondell Moore. So you get deals on these running backs that are going to get the volume like Josh Jacobs, like Spinks did here. And that's what the auction kind of draft does for you, is that it just gets you these discounts of non-hyped players. Chris Carson should go for considerably more than Jacobs right now, even though they're probably going to
produce.
I mean, they could get a very similar workload.
Chris Carson, though, when healthy, is one of he's a top 12 running back in terms of points per game. The problem is he hasn't given you a full season in quite some time, and they just don't have serviceable backups in Seattle, unfortunately.
He plays kind of more than you think. It just feels like he's always questionable. He'll play in games, but he's I seem to remember that. I don't know. I think that he plays more than the perception is on Chris Carson.
Right.
But either way, he's out for $19 right now. I think that's a good deal for
it's a good deal.
Bob if he manages to get him. Oh yeah, he got him for
18
bucks. That's
nice.
cheap. That is cheap. Now we have both the same we have the same budget essentially as we have less budget. Just kidding. Same players.
We're one of 3 teams now to secure the 3 quarterbacks, which, look, again, it's a 2 quarterback league. You must start 2 quarterbacks. So when bye weeks strike, you're going to be forced to have like a 0 in there if you don't have a third option. So getting that third quarterback at this point is advantageous for those teams now sitting with like no quarterbacks. The time is now. You need to go before you're starting like Cam Newton, Deshaun Watson in your starting roster spots.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin up for 16.
This is a chance for Nate to really differentiate himself here. He needs to get McLaurin. If he gets him for around that $20 mark, that's going to be a steal, considering guys like Ridley going for, oh man, Nate, my dude. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like letting him go for that cheap.
I wouldn't have, no. I mean, Terry McLaurin, if he comes out if he comes out early in the draft, he's going to go for $30. No questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is sometimes when you sit on cash, it can be easy just to sort of hold it and say, I'm going to continue waiting. I'm going to continue waiting. It's like, no, the light is green. We need to go. We'll see what Myles Gaskin goes for.
Like, considering DK Metcalf went for 45 and Terry McLaurin went for 18, that discrepancy is far too high. Even if you're not that in on McLaurin, CJ got him for a massive discount. That's wild.
Blaine in the chat talking about the price for big elite wide receivers. The price tags that come with them are just nauseating. We like passing on them too. But when it comes to Najee Harris, he's saying, stop me from myself. I'm all in on him. I'm probably going to overspend tonight. I mean, probably. But Najee Harris, depending on your league settings, can be quite good. He's going to have one thing you know for sure, and this is king in fantasy football, that opportunity really, really matters, and Najee Harris should have a ton of opportunity. So I don't mind him. I've definitely been warming on Najee Harris, no doubt.
It all depends when he gets nominated. If he goes
for sure
early, with players like Zeke and Barkley and Kamara still left, you might get him for a discount.
The price he went for in this league, $39, I don't mind. I don't think that's paying up for Najee Harris.
No. And it's very similar to Aaron Jones. They go around the same in snake drafts. Yep. So we paid market value for Aaron Jones. Just we didn't want to.
We did not want to. No, that was auto draft. And me making a note, fiddling around. Happens.
In full PPR, Najee Harris is still going to catch the football. Mm-hmm. He will be more of a between the tackles grinder, I think, just because they have so many good pass catchers in Pittsburgh with Deontay and Claypool and Juju. But he'll do everything. He'll be on the field for all three downs.
And Blaine is in a full PPR, so that's even better for Najee, who's probably going to catch a ton of balls.
That's what I was just saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Would love to get Allen Robinson and stack, but it's just not fitting for our budget, unfortunately.
Not in the cards as of right now.
If I was Nate, though, I'd be going.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to criticize from this side. I'm sure he has a plan. I'm just not sure what it is yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice price for A-Rob, though. $21, going for, more than half of what DK Metcalf went for, half of what Devontae Adams went for. I like that discount. Allen Robinson gives you a lot of value.
CJ's team is looking great, but he still doesn't have a quarterback. So he's got McCaffrey, Eckler, McLaurin, Robinson, and Kelsey. He's got elite pieces.
With a max of $20.
Yeah.
Who boy?
Good luck, my friend. And hooked on a Thielen doesn't have a quarterback either, and he has $9
max of $9
left. Max of 9.
Now, one thing we're not taking into account, though, is the ability to trade. Like, there's going to be trades. You're not going to go into a season, week 1, with no quarterbacks in a 2-quarterback league. It just can't happen. So there's going to have to be trades made here, somehow, some way.
Yeah. Speaking of a guy with no hype around him, Miles Sanders is a guy that just everyone hates, and he got a massive discount. Nate got a massive discount on Miles Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
So TJ Hawkinson's an interesting piece here, Mac.
Very.
I think we can be in, but it's I think Nate could just bully us out of this player.
Yeah, I think a lot of players could certainly bully us out. He's kind of like the last elite option, and you're going to see him go for decent money. Absolutely.
Yeah.
As he should in this format, no doubt.
Yeah.
And we'll have to pivot our strategy real quick. Aaron Jones, man. Friggin' Aaron Jones.
That's what did us. That's what did us in. Who would have thought a guy with the Green Bay Packers jersey will be cursing the draft
Aaron
pick?
Jones' name. Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay.
TJ was the guy that I wanted to leave this draft with. Absolutely.
Yeah. And now Ziploc has a max bid of $4.
That's Griff.
Mr. Griff. You're going to have to be. And now, at the same time, pretty soon now, there's going to be $0 or $1 bids. $1 wins.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
even though Jamar Chase.
Except for Nate.
Yeah.
Nate has an unbelievable bag in front of him.
Yeah. And he's going to get massive deals.
He will. Absolutely he will. Yep, his team will start to fill up rather quickly. I would do so with a quarterback fast.
Yeah. And maybe that's what we need to do. We need to nominate a quarterback. Is he going to let Claypool go? Oh my goodness.
Wow. I mean, but look at the wide receivers on the board. Allen, Godwin, Cooper, Jones, Moore, Woods.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
There's a lot of good ones.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I feel your pain. Did not want Cook for that much. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be talking about this all night.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
in that
right.
moment, I would have loved to have just undid the pick and chalk it up to user error, but you can't. You can't do that.
That's
pay attention.
Our producer last year in our rookie draft said out loud that he was going to take Antonio Gibson, and he accidentally clicked on AJ Dillon.
Yeah.
And what an error that was.
Yeah, the intention was there though. Like he did announce. He
announced he was going Gibson, and our friend Taylor couldn't have clicked quick enough Antonio Gibson right after. We didn't even have a chance to pause it or anything. It was done, and what was done was done. And he announced that he was picking Antonio Gibson, and it would have been it's a steal. It's one of the steals of the draft the way it turned out last year. And don't get me wrong, AJ Dillon's a very fine player, and I think he could have a very good role. And if something happens to Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon is going to be a monster.
Yeah.
But with that being said, you still would rather have Gibson by a lot.
Absolutely.
In this right now,
we got to get Nate spending some money here.
Yeah.
He's in for $7 on Darrell Henderson though.
Yeah, their drafting is a little bit buggy, Griff. You're in. We feel that. It's our turn to nominate.
I got it.
So
I got it.
Okay.
See what happens here.
Hey, I like that. We could never have had afforded him, so
no.
Let's
see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
There's going to have to be trades here.
With the lack of quarterbacks that people have?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, $10 because no one can spend up. Oh, there we go. Spinks. There we go. Get a little bit more out of Nate here.
It is crazy how an auction can just get out of hand so fast.
And it got there. We have a lot of people now without any money.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And
but that's the thing, prices will have to it's just however you set the market, everything's relative. Everything is relative, you know?
Yeah, the market has reset now to something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Claypool and Ridley aren't $25 apart. But they are now because that's just the way it is.
Right. When you walk away from this draft, though, you have to say to yourself, I mean, the team I have is the team I have. The money you spent on the players no longer matters. Those values don't exist. You just have to...
That's a great tip. Just because someone overspent on someone doesn't mean they're worth... like Dalvin Cook worth $50, and is he worth Miles Sanders, Josh Jacobs, Chris Carson combined to get him?
No.
I mean, maybe, but
Julio
no.
Jones just went for $5.
There's a great example of who got him.
Easy.
Easy got him. That's what Easy needed.
Yes.
Spent Elijah Moore and Julio Jones went for the same price, people. Don't get me wrong.
Is that saying that Julio's going to lose a step here? Has he lost it?
That's saying that we could not be in on Elijah Moore because otherwise we couldn't afford Chris Godwin, potentially. And we might not be able to even. But again, people are going to go for $2 or $3 pretty soon. Like Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, there's still really good wide receivers available.
Yeah.
And they're going to go for under $10.
You're going to look back at this draft and go, damn, I spent 43 on Devontae and Chris Godwin went for 12.
Yep.
Yeah. Hindsight is 20/20, Griff. You are 100% right.
Yeah. I hope everyone participating in this draft that are watching right now is having a good time, and your team never turns out the way you think it is in an auction draft. But this is why this is a fun league. This is a free league. There's going to be tons of trades all season. We know you're a great snake drafter. We know every one of you are great at snake drafts. But an auction is a completely different
beast.
Animal. It's a budgeting nightmare. You might be mad at yourself for spending too much early, and Nate might be mad at himself for not spending enough.
His team's filling out very nicely, though. I will give him that.
Yeah, he only has 6 players. He has spent half his budget.
Yep.
Close to it. So he's going to get whoever he wants.
At this point, really. I would just dominate. Every single player that I liked that came up, I would just buy.
Yeah. Who would say the best quarterback left? Is that going to be? Is it Baker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. Zach Wilson's there too, which is kind of nice, kind of fun. James Robinson
Nate's team
could go for a nice price.
Yeah, and Nate's team's going to be so deep. It's going to be extremely deep. Maybe we're criticizing him, and he has this plan.
It's not criticizing because Nate has so many pieces that he can use to trade.
I know.
James Robinson.
Yeah.
Yep. 14.
Yeah.
Getting nice prices, absolutely. Swift for 24, Sanders for 14, Henderson for 7, Javonte Williams for 12, James Robinson for 14. It's a really nice stable of talent there.
He could have 5 starters, and we will have 2 only.
Like I said, it's all relative.
It's all relative.
I mean, there's some people
we do
right
have the
now,
edge at quarterback.
There's some people right now with maxes of 4, 9, 13.
Yep.
Us 24. It is what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. This is working out pretty good for us right now. I think as long as we don't have to fight with Nate, and we find players that we like that he is out on. It looks like we might get a deal on some running backs.
Yep.
Because now he has 5 of them.
He does. He does.
So
Mike Davis goes for
Mike
8
Davis
to Easy. Nice.
That's also Easy, man. Easy, you've come such a long way in how good you've started to draft.
Or is this
from when we met
daughter? Because I know that he had prepped her to wield the iPad.
This might be Easy's daughter. That's a good call.
Robert Wood shooting off the draft board.
That must be why you're doing so well. It's because it's not you.
Come on, man.
I'm just messing. I'm messing.
Nate's got
we love
Robert
Easy.
Woods for 11. NASCAR Bob says
Oh.
no thank you. I want him for 12. And this is where Nate might let him go. He did.
Looks like he will.
NASCAR Bob picking up his 3rd wide receiver. Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, Robert Woods. Nice little stable there as well. Bob, you got to get another quarterback, my guy. You got to get that QB situation sorted.
Mac Jones is going to go for a lot. I feel like that should be our next nomination.
We can't nominate a quarterback. It literally won't. I don't know how you got Matt Ryan up there, but it wouldn't let us do it.
Huh, weird. Because I guess if we won, we'd be breaking the rules.
Like, we can't even offer. The limit.
I can offer on my end.
Well, but if you click it, it says you can't have more than 3.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There
And
you
Bob
go.
taking
Well, this
the
would
advice to heart, getting Big Ben. Love it.
this would be that's a really good piece.
It is.
You got cheap.
Yeah, no, absolutely a good piece.
Bob's scratching his way through this draft, doing a really good job in the end, and he's getting these values. He's sneaking these values in. He got it through Pat Mahomes. He paid up for Najee, our new friend Blaine would do. I got a discount on Carson. Jamar Chase is Jamar Chase. I mean, either you love him or hate him, or you're in on him or you're out on him. But he's still, I don't know if that's market value or not. And yeah, so I think it's.
Are we going to see a little bit of a bidding war here for Baker?
I think maybe. I guess Nate's not really in on him. I'm surprised he wouldn't want him as his quarterback too.
Maybe he wants Wilson and Mac Jones. Maybe he thinks he can get him for cheaper. I like the outlook for Baker this year. I like the outlook for the Browns this year. $9 for hooked on a Thielen. See, I wouldn't have let him have that if I had the money.
Yeah,
you can cripple a team like that and force them into trading. I mean, I would not have let that go if I could have, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, Hooked now only has a $1 max bid.
$1 max. Trey Sermon up on the board. Interesting nomination.
Yeah, it is interesting. If he goes for like $3, I would consider being in on him there. Or do you want
Raheem's still on the board?
I know.
I know where you're coming from, absolutely.
But just the price, we can afford to spend a little amount of money on these running backs. When Raheem is up, he just might go for more.
Yeah. I mean, if budgets allow for that.
Yeah.
Anybody that Nate wants at this point, he will just get.
Yeah, that's correct. He's got to be looking at. Wide receivers. He's gonna get Kupp. He's gonna get Cooper Kupp. There's no question.
He should.
Deontay, Ayuk.
Who would we like to nominate, Landon?
We would like to nominate.
Not Brandon Ayuk.
Not him. I think we want to. I guess we can't nominate a quarterback. That's because that's who I would nominate as a quarterback. Because I just want to get those out of the way.
It's funny though how now like players going for $6 and $7 is now a price. Like it's pricey. You're like, man.
Yeah, it is now.
Going for almost double digits.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Does he go for 10? This is the question. Robo Chris has some money. He is not afraid to spend it, which I like. Cat's Pajamas has jumped in. He wants Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah. Both would like a good wide receiver too.
Schwartz.
Brandon Ayuk is practicing again today,
Correct.
Which is great. Great to see. I still like Ayuk and Debo as a combo. Good with either one of them. But it's important to see that Ayuk is practicing. I don't want to see that lingering hamstring injury really impact his
and Jameis Winston.
his season.
Jameis Winston has been nominated by Nate.
And he wants him.
And Nate, go get him.
And but I love that Cat's Pajamas is bidding him up for his third quarterback.
Hey, like
that's what we like to see.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Can I take this nomination?
You absolutely can.
All right. Let's see what we can get.
I just kicked my camera. Hopefully it didn't.
Camera what?
I kicked my camera, yeah. Hopefully I'll get a little bit of a... watch my video.
See what Mr. Michael Carter goes for.
Oh, yeah. I like that one. What? Oh, Nate automatic pass. Are we going to get him for $1?
I'm interested for $1.
Yeah.
Very interested for $1.
He has really been on a roller coaster ride this year. He was such a hyped. Oh, okay. You bid up on him?
I meant to bid easy up. I didn't mean to bid. It jumped. And we're going to get him.
All right. I would have been in on
This draft has been an absolute nightmare. A disaster.
It's been a nightmare.
I just went to go bid him up to 3 because I knew Easy's max was 2, and someone bid right before me.
Tough luck there, Mac. That's all right.
That's my guy.
I would have preferred Trey Sermon for $4, but that's okay.
Hey, look, again, not how we dialed it up.
Not how we dialed it up, but that's all right. Oh yeah, it looks like it's dinner time for my cat. She came to say hello. Hi.
Nate eyeing up Noah Fant.
Yep, I would say that makes sense. He needs a tight end, and he's got to get a couple of them, I think, and might as well get a decent one. I assume he would also want Dallas Goedert. NASCAR Bob is going to get on him.
Griff said, At least it's been a disaster for everybody. Facts.
Oh yeah.
Aaron Jones, man. Aaron freaking Jones.
And then it's going to be Michael Carter too for us. That's okay. I don't mind Carter. It just he had the feelings around Carter are just so down.
I just didn't want to pay 4
versus
for
what
I was
3.
I was okay. Easy had to bid him up.
Yeah.
Of course. Couldn't let it go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either.
I mean, I was fine to get $1 on him. That would have been great.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Of course, Easy just gets in there.
Absolutely. Adam Thielen goes for 4.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, boys. What a ride! What a ride!
It's all right. We'll make some trades with our 2 quarterbacks.
Oh yeah.
We'll make something.
Oh yeah.
Michael Thomas up on the board.
Michael Thomas. And because we have no starting wide receivers right now, we can't really afford to get Michael Thomas, I don't think.
Well, I'm not going to let Bob have him for 2. So if push comes to shove, we'll go to 3. What do you think? You don't like it?
Yeah, sure, if you want to. I mean, I just don't know. Yeah, it depends what else we could get for that $3, I guess. But yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Dev is in.
I think it makes sense for a team that has a few elite wide receivers already, and they can afford to put them on the IR and not worry about it. I want to get a decent receivers for a discount, but the problem is Nate's just ruining my day having no wide receivers. He'll have the same guys on his board than we would.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So
Chase Edmonds runs up quick though. Chase Edmonds is a target for many.
Perfect. And for Dev, there having a second running back be Edmonds, I think that's a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Easy and Robo need a second running back as well. They went the other route, which I like that. I like the hero running back strategy a lot. Figure out the running back position at the end. Cooper Kupp, yeah, sure, I would love Cooper Kupp, but it seems like
I'm in for 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there they are.
Taylor meant for way more than CMC. Yep. Yeah, he did.
Yep. He always seems to. He always does. CMC went up early, and that's just how she goes.
Cooper Kupp right now for 12. Nate up to 13. And I think this is where if I'm Nate, I mean, $13 is still, in hindsight, a massive deal for a guy like Cooper Kupp.
It is, no doubt.
So I like that. If I'm Nate, I'm going to spend. I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett. Bob, here he comes. Yeah, he did. He put a bid on him. I still like some of the receiving options, no doubt.
I think we can fit it together here. We're okay. We got to find out who we're willing to spend up on. We'll have to get a couple $1 tight ends if we can afford it, which might be tricky.
Tyler Lockett
$4 for Lockett's a really good deal.
Yeah, it's absolutely a great price, no doubt.
Yeah. And he's got the stack with Russell Wilson, so that's great for Robo Chris. That's a really good deal, I think. Hooked on a Thielen has his max bid already.
Ready to roll it at $1.
I wonder if he'll go with like a
Bob.
tight end with what he needs, or if he just goes with, I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what the strategy is. There you go. Mr. Nate jumps it up to 5 real quick.
And he probably knows that 5 is the number that a lot of people aren't willing to go over. So I like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of where he stops.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind T. Higgins. I would just rather save the money for maybe somebody else.
Yeah. The biggest thing against T. Higgins for me is the schedule. The Cincinnati Bengals have a really tough schedule, and I seem to be dropping most Bengals in my weekly rankings.
Right.
Just it's gonna be tough for them to have multiple fantasy performers with a really tricky schedule. Now, there's always going to be one guy. I'm sure Mixon will have his weeks, Jamar will have his weeks, and so will T. But it's going to be tricky for them to all have a good, or multiple to have a good week with a difficult schedule, playing the Browns and the Ravens and those type of teams.
Right. So Kareem Hunt is up on the board right now. $2 is his bid.
Up to four already.
Kareem Hunt's a nice piece
So
that
Nate,
we could layer in. I think we should focus on.
Yeah, we can't do the $8 to $10.
No, that's out. That's out for almost anybody at this point. But people.
So
people are not afraid to spend it.
I'm gonna text you something here.
Okay, we're going secretive now. We're going off the grid.
Yeah.
Oh, my phone's dead, so you can't text it to me.
All right.
You can't.
So, really, the question I have, Mac, and it's fine. We need to figure out who a player is that will fetch money that we don't want, that Nate will want, that other players are going to want, that we are okay passing by.
I don't know.
Specifically at the wide receiver position. Because Nate has 3 spots left on his team.
Mm-hmm.
And once he's done, now we're talking. And Robo could be some competition as well, but he needs running backs as well.
Right.
But that's where we need to figure out who we can nominate, who's going to be up there that will fetch some money and fill up their roster now. Nate has $56 left. He's not going to spend all of his money.
No, at this point he won't. Yeah, you're right.
He only has 3 wide receiver spots left, or 3 spots left.
Deontay Johnson is a nice price.
Yeah, I would definitely. I'll put $4 on him.
I got him for 4 right now.
Yeah.
Cat's Pajamas up to 5.
Yeah.
Let's leave it.
6.
Let's leave it.
Yeah, we gotta leave it.
Yep.
Our budget's 4.
Now we do. Our budget's 4. Yeah. And not really though, because if you think about it this way, people are going to be down to $1 bids soon. I mean, as soon as Nate gets out of the game, it's going to be $1 bids.
Yeah.
Robo Chris has some money too, but he needs a running back. So does Easy. Easy's got a max of 2. It's a nice price for Deontay.
I assume that Nate's going to want DJ Moore. I assume that
Carson
is
Wentz.
his. Here we go. Actually, this would be a good third quarterback. I didn't factor that into his bidding.
like Devin's got to go though. Like he's got a max. He has to fill out his max to try to get a second quarterback.
Yeah.
To just let, I mean, I like Robo too getting in. I mean, Robo should push the price on this as well. It should be Devin and Robo.
For sure. You want to get a good third quarterback. Who won that?
I think that was. Sorry, I missed who won that. Our turn to nominate.
Oh, that was Dev that won it. That's a great deal
really
for
good
Carson
deal.
Wentz.
I'm going to throw up this guy right here. See if we can maybe make something happen.
I like that.
Mr.
There's still
Athletic.
3 teams. Oh, there's quite a few teams that don't have a tight end, including us.
Bobby T.
Yeah, I like Robert Tonyan. I think his touchdown regression will come back to normal, but he still could be the number 2 option. And for $2, that's
Let me see if I
pretty
can suck one more dollar
good, yeah.
out of the cat's pajamas, which we did. So
there we go.
That's cool. That's
We
good
did.
with me.
Yep.
Because there are other options that I'm okay waiting on. $4. Robert Tonyan.
Yep.
So let's see. People that have money, it's really just Nate and Robo. And then we can kind of do our thing. We can get back in the game here. Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Another really solid quarterback that can have big games that I wouldn't feel bad relying on, especially in a best ball. If you're doing any best ball drafts, like Ryan Fitzpatrick is great.
Interesting that this is the guy that Nate was in on.
Hey, I mean, I like it. Get your guy. If you're Nate with a bunch of money now, what you need to do is look at what the max bid is for somebody else in and around you. And I wouldn't look at Robo Chris, who has a max of 34. I would be looking to like Spinks, for example. But Spinks has a third quarterback. So I would look to the next highest, which would have been, I guess, Devin. I would bid 9.
Yeah.
My bid would be $9.
Yeah.
And anybody that wants to take me higher than $9, let's go. Nate has the budget to beat whoever out. But Nate's going to, unfortunately, leave money on the table.
Yeah. Jerry Jeudy is a player I thought was going to get more bids, but I guess everyone's max is a little bit tricky. I thought he was going to go for more, but with still big names like DJ Moore, Cortland Sutton, Juju, Debo, these guys on the board, I could see why he went for a bit of a discount.
At the quarterback position, let's see what still is there for at least a starting position. Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson, Derek Carr, Jared Goff, Mac Jones, Teddy Bridgewater, Jimmy G, if you want to count him. And Tyrod Taylor. Someone might be rolling out Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, and that's got to be CJ, Griff, and hooked on a Thielen. They need those $1 guys to get in. So if I was hooked, I might nominate myself Derek Carr maybe quick. And see
or do you wait? Because once teams have 3, they can't bid. Right?
Right.
So then you have to almost
Yeah,
CJ's almost got to wait on that bid.
And hope. But I my thought process is that maybe the other guys will have Zach Wilson and Mac Jones in their sights. So they might just let it go. I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure. So this has got to be Nate here, I assume.
This is going to be a big one, most likely. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
There it goes.
I think so. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. He was the biggest name still on the board. Big fan of DJ Moore.
Nate's still missing the big piece, though, in a tight end.
Yeah. So I assume it's Goddard he's after. I assume, anyways.
Nate going for what would this be for Nate? His third to last player.
Yeah.
Ooh, Spinks
there
in. 10. Making Nate spend it. It's
this
still
is what
not
we
going
need.
to matter, though. That's the thing.
It doesn't matter. You're right. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I almost would rather just him let him go.
And Spink saying,
Get-
just bidding you up here. Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
you have to, though. That's the gamesmanship. You have to just play the game, bid him up. Easy's got a max of 2, so what he needs to do is bid 2 to make someone pay 3, because if he goes 1 and someone bids 2, he can't do anything.
I wish I could talk in the chat. It's an error on
Sleeper's part.
On Sleeper's part. If you're a co-manager, you should be able to talk with the gang.
I do agree with that. You can bid, but you can't chat. That's
seems
Easy Daddy
seems a
putting
little
James
counter.
White up. James White would be a $2 player if we wanted him. I don't really want James White.
No, we don't.
we do not.
No, we don't. There's still some decent running backs
Agreed.
available.
I very much so agree.
Yeah.
And we might be able to make the most here of like $2 and $3 players. As soon
I
as
think we have to.
As soon as Nate and Robo.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones up on the board. The Cat's pajamas, maybe trying to steal him.
And I think he might.
And he probably will.
See, this is what I'm saying. So CJ should have bid on that.
Yeah. CJ should bid on that.
Yeah.
I don't think CJ's in here on the YouTube stream with us, unfortunately.
And so Bob got his third quarterback.
Look, Daniel Jones at the end of the day is not someone that is sexy, but Daniel Jones is somebody that you don't feel bad trading away to somebody. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, there we go. Yeah, I was gonna say I like $3 for Higbee here. There's still some good. So we're lucky that Nate wants Goddard.
Does he want Goddard?
He must.
Okay. I would be shocked. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm okay to go one more on Higbee.
Sure.
I like Higbee. He's kind of one of the last tight ends. And we got him for 5.
We got him. Okay.
Yep.
I like Higbee more than Noah Fant. That went for 8.
Yes. Would we get Higbee for 5? It's not bad.
Yeah. Not bad.
We've got a rate my team in the comments here from Streak. 10-man league. Kyler, Derrick Henry, Chris Carson, DeAndre Hopkins, Robert Woods, Logan Thomas, Flex, OBJ, defense, Rams in a full PPR. Really the only spot that you could upgrade would be Logan Thomas. But he ran the third most routes for tight ends. So the opportunity
in
is
a full
clearly
PPR
there.
league. Yeah, I like that. That's a very solid team.
Good team.
If you want to get more feedback on your team, Streak, you can join our Discord community. We have a channel specifically for team analyzing, and we can go in there and comment on your squad.
Yep.
We can see more players on your bench, etc. So if you're not in the Discord already, it's in the description of this video. We would love to have you. It's a great community. All these players that are drafting against us right now, we met from the Discord. There are a lot of great dudes in here, and I hope everyone's enjoying the draft so far. And here we go. Here's a guy that's going to fetch some money.
Raheem.
Yeah. So, I'm okay with $5 for Raheem, I think.
Yeah. Now it's getting too high.
It's getting too high.
Now it's getting too high.
I figured he was going to go for quite a bit.
Yeah. We are the only team without wide receiver.
I know.
There's a gaping hole there in our roster, unfortunately. We're not the only ones, but we are of some. But RoboChris is going to spend 11, a third of his remaining budget on Raheem Mostert, which Raheem was kind of a guy that we liked. It says the invite link is invalid.
Let me change that.
Landon will replace that in just a second there, Streak. So we'll definitely get that figured out for you.
Yeah. Sometimes these links expire.
Dallas Goedert up for $1. I went to 2, Lando. You like that? You like that going to 2 for DG?
Yeah, I don't mind that.
It would be nice to have a second tight end here, and if we could spend 2 to get him, I think that's solid. And Spinks jumped in at 3.
Yeah.
Nate is in at 4. You're right. He did want Goddard. Will there be a tiny bit of a bidding war? Spinks back to 5. Nate up to 6. Can Spinks go 7? I'm probably gonna say no. Like with options like Jonnu Smith still on the board, Hunter Henry.
We cannot. We cannot.
No, we cannot. No, we cannot. We cannot.
No.
Dallas got it for 6. To keep in mind, Travis Kelce went for 42, Darren Waller for 40, Kyle Pitts for 29, George Kittle for 43. Some people blew the bank. And currently, Devontae Smith.
Check now.
Devontae Smith. And I will let Nate have Devontae Smith for $1, but the Cat's Pajamas will not. Yeah. Landon has refreshed the feed. So, Streak, if you're trying to get into the Discord, go ahead and click that link now. Devontae Smith going for $4. Devin Begley has jumped in to grab him. Nate said, oh, good. I didn't want him anyways. I don't think that's a bad price for Devontae Smith. Not at all. It's our turn to nominate.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Let's go with somebody who maybe we get for $1 that I actually wouldn't mind having on the squad. Ronald Jones.
No, I seem to end up with Ronald Jones on a lot of teams these days because there's no hype around him. He's
Nate saying he's worried he'd end up with a bunch of cash. Easy Daddy jumping in for a 2. Next time we should... I mean, here's the thing. If we know that Easy's going to jump in at a potential running back, do we just offer 2 and take him out of the equation?
We nominate 2 right away, take Easy out of the equation. Save that extra $1. $4 for Ronald Jones is good.
It's probably what you would spend though in most drafts. Is just $4.
Yeah. We need to be careful on what players are now on the team. We don't want a bunch of players we don't really like. So we don't have a ton of bench spots left. This is the guy that I was hoping would get through the cracks a little bit.
I wonder if Nate takes him with the amount of running backs he has, or if he just lets him go.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I'll put $3 on him anyways. Robo's gonna try to bully us again. Who else is bidding against him?
Left over. 6 is just too much, unfortunately.
It's too bad.
Robo Chris though is sort of, other than Nate, like Nate just has to win one more player, and then we kind of are in competition with Robo Chris to like see who has the driver's seat. But if he wins this, then it's going to be us.
Yeah.
And I don't mind some of the wide receiving options, so we'll see. Bob's going up to 13 here.
That's his max bid.
Can Robo go
Chris
one
knows
more?
That.
Can Robo go one more? And he did not.
He doesn't.
Damon Harris is on NASCAR Bob's team. $13.
Yeah, that was the last of the running backs that we all wanted. Yep. So
DJ Chark up for $1.
I don't think he's a guy that.
I mean, look, at this point,
we can afford to have on.
At this point, I'll take.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I agree with you.
I don't because he's banged up. We need starters on the squad.
It's a great deal for Dev though.
Oh yeah, great deal for Dev.
Someone went. I was about to click 2, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't because it would have been 3.
Yeah. We would. That would have just been such a typical draft for us.
Oh man.
To get a guy we don't want.
Now, can CJ get a quarterback here? That is the question, because there's only 2 teams. Robo Chris needs a third. He went with Odell Beckham. I'll offer 2.
Sure. I'm okay with that.
How do you feel about
As long as-
Odell Beckham this year? I think I'm just an eternal optimist for Odell Beckham Jr.
I think you are too. That sounds about right.
I think you are too.
Appreciate
that.
I think he has a big ceiling that we can't see from too many players.
And
so yes, I thought we were gonna sneak him away for $2.
I did too.
And
he went for $3.
I hope he's if he's healthy this entire season. I think there's a good chance he has a good season.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold. I want quarterbacks gone here.
So people needing a third quarterback, hooked on a Thielen, Cat's pajamas, Schwartz, CJ needs.
It's too bad for CJ that Robo wants him.
So Rojo,
and that's his max bid.
So Robo though made a mistake. He should have bid 5, because now he's gonna have to pay 6 if he wants him, which he does.
Next.
But if he had bid 6, he just takes CJ out of the equation.
So now we're on a even playing field with Robo, because now he's got 3 quarterbacks, and we do as well. And
his max is less of an impact than ours because he has more players. We're 6 away from our max. He's 4 away. So he has 2 more players than we do. But yes, absolutely. The question is, who does Nate get for his last? That's really gonna dictate how this draft unfolds. Hopefully that player happens sooner than later. Kenny Gainwell comes out. Again, if we want to take this player from easy, it's a $2 bid, but we don't. So we'll see. We'll see how this works. I think easy probably gets Kenny Gainwell though for that $1.
And he needs $1 players. He's doing it's. I'm not sure if he auto bid on Gainwell or not, but
right.
There's a lot of Gainwell truthers out there. People believe Philly believes in him, and they do not believe in Miles Sanders. I'm not sure if I buy in that quite yet, but here we go, Zach Wilson. Someone's going to get Zach Wilson for a really good deal.
Agreed.
All right, so bag max bid, Dev, max bid on Zach Wilson. So that's a good play.
He took CJ out of the equation. The Cat's pajamas though is going to see your max bid of 6 and raise you to 7 and just take quarterback number 3, which is a smart play.
That's a smart play. Yeah. Zach Wilson, that's a great price for him. Really good price.
I mean, getting Zach Wilson for 7 versus Tua for. How do you like Kenny Golladay?
He's practicing now.
He's worth. He's worth the money. I mean, he's worth the risk now at this price.
Sure.
And we need wide receivers. Like, he's a player that if he hits, we're in great shape. If he doesn't hit, like, all right, it is what it is. But he's going to cost us $2. Yeah. Kenny Golladay is like a year removed from being an elite wide receiving option, and he's our first wide receiver. So Kenny Golladay for a 2-piece, why not?
And you know what? If we have to roll out like a Mike Williams or Jarvis Landry week 1, if Galladay's still hurt, that's not the end of the world.
Right.
Who's up to nominate? So it's Chris. So we're gonna find out.
It's the blue. So I assume the player highlighted in blue. You'll see a hammer beside them as well. But the player on the mobile highlighted in blue is the one currently up for nomination.
Gotcha. Yep. Gotcha. So I assume in a few picks, Nate is just gonna nominate his player and get whoever he wants.
Well, no. So if people are smart, whoever Nate nominates, we're not going to bid on, because that takes him away from, because whatever he spends on the player, it doesn't matter.
No, people.
He might stick you with that player, right?
That would be it. Yeah.
So whoever Nate nominates, we just need to leave it alone, let him have the player, and it's like, bye. Like, we know you have all the money. I don't want to take the player I want, and you win on my bid. I just want Nate to go away.
What a strategy.
There's no point in bidding Nate up. The only thing that can happen is that you lose because he sticks you with it.
And you're spending the money that you want to save elsewhere.
He knows that.
So maybe
he knows that me spending $5, $6, $7 on a player right now is detrimental to my budget. It means nothing to him. He could bid 30.
Yeah. Cortland here is a good player.
I like Cortland for 4. Robo really wants him.
Yeah.
There are other quarterbacks not quarterbacks. There are other wide receivers on the board that I do like. I'm gonna go one more though and go 6.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
He wants him, so you can have him.
Yeah.
I'll fill out the rest of my roster, playing a little bit of bully with everybody else, because that'll take Robo down to 11.
So,
and
is he gonna bid $30 then? Is that what he's gonna do?
I think he absolutely can. But like I said,
it makes no difference.
I would let Nate have whoever he wants at this point. If it's a tight end, if it's a quarterback. He took Juwan Johnson for 30. All right, who do you like for wide receiver here, Landon? Because we're
are we bidding for people we want right now?
I mean, let's put up Leonard Fournette or Laviska Shenault.
Laviska, yeah.
All right. And let's put him up for 2. Let's put him up for 2 so that Easy can't touch him.
Yeah. I think at this point we have to
Easy
nominate players that we want.
Easy's already down to his because
he's down to 1.
That's all right.
So Cat's Pajamas is at 3. So we could have nominated for 3 and done the same thing we want to do. Now we know.
Yeah.
But we got him for we're gonna get him for 2.
We took Griffin out of the equation with that one. So, and Robo Chris went to 3. So that's, I mean, hey, do you want to go to 4?
Yeah. I'm okay. There's other guys. The other guys I would say, Juju, Debo, even Antonio Brown, Will Fuller for the future.
Corey Davis.
Yeah.
Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith. I like those options. Nate, a solid draft, my guy. Like tons of value here for you. I just looking back here, obviously hindsight 2020. Spending up on some quarterbacks and tight ends would have really made a difference in your draft.
Yeah, we've seen this so many times. We have a ton of experience in auctions. Doesn't show sometimes, but we were yelling at the screen for you to bid up on like a TJ Hawkinson. You had a chance to. I mean, you could have Kenny Golladay for 12 too. Like, there's lots of players that you really. Not Kenny Golladay, Chase Claypool is what I was looking at.
So I'm going to pause the draft here and make a quick announcement for those in the sleeper chat. I'm going to move the bidding clock to 10 seconds. To speed things up.
Yep. So everyone watching, he's going to quicken the pace up a little bit. We've already been
because right now people are just putting up players and they're going to go for they're just going to go for $1. So we have 30 seconds to nominate, but the offering phase is only going to be 10 seconds. So
so you got to be on your game, people. Hopefully y'all can see that. You'll notice it quick.
And Jared Goff, CJ.
There we go. Oh, this is a prime.
CJ, you gotta go to your max right away.
Go to your max.
Right
away.
Go
to your max. There it is. Looks like Dev might. Yeah, he won't let him have him.
I would love to draft him right now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But Mac Jones is still available for CJ. That's a good piece.
Mac Jones.
Maybe that he could get him.
I feel like someone is going to take Mac Jones. Like Schwartz could take Mac Jones. There he is.
Yeah.
He's going quick. He's going to get a quarterback. Woo!
That's a great
CJ,
great piece.
Got that QB. Love it.
That was so great for him to get a quarterback. And he got him for $1. Schwartz could have gotten from him for his third quarterback.
I mean, I probably would have. Gesicki, I'll let go.
I would have too.
On the Gesicki train.
No, even though we could get that stack there with Tua, still.
So who are you liking here?
You know what, CJ?
Who are you liking here at wide receiver? I know one. Well, two of them I can already kind of feel.
Yeah.
I've got.
I haven't. Yeah. I think we're pretty solid. I think we can get whoever we want at this point, right?
I'm gonna just bump this up. I like Jamal Williams. Oh, so do a couple other people. Never mind. I'm not spending 4 on him though. I like him for the first couple of weeks because of DeAndre Swift's timeline.
Exactly. We're close to being able to spend what
Spinks
we want.
And Robo Chris.
We got to make sure. Yeah. Oh, Spinks for $9. Yeah.
And Robo Chris. But we have more money.
Yeah.
Substantially more money. So I mean, we can take one of them to the brink if need be. But Juju is a guy that we need to get.
I think so.
Absolutely.
I think so. And if he goes for $4, then we will need to. That's perfect. So then, is Debo the next guy that we need to get?
Absolutely. Yep. Kenny G, Juju, Debo. Dude, I don't even mind Robbie Anderson either.
Yeah, I mean, people love Robbie. I have not been the biggest fan of him, but I understand the process on why he's. Yeah, at the moment, for sure, we should try to get Robbie and Debo.
Correct.
We need starters.
Correct. Who do you like for a tight end target? Tyler Boyd was another one that I was sort of thinking about.
Yeah.
But I'd rather Debo. I'd rather Robbie Anderson. So
you went for $1.
I'll let him go.
Pretty good price
as of right now.
That's a great deal for Max. Hooked on a Thielen.
If I build a queue, can you see it?
Nope.
Fournette. Do we bid him up at this point?
Is there? I would say AJ Dillon, Tony Pollard are guys that.
Okay.
I think I'd rather have.
We'll let it go. 3 nominations until our turn. I like Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith at the tight end position. I think they would be. I think they're both in line for a ton of volume. Trey S with a Rate My Team 9th pick, full PPR. We've got
Tannehill, Eckler, Chris Carson, Robert Woods, Allen Robinson, Kelsey, Henderson. His bench is Golladay, Juju, James Conner, Judy, Gaskin, Tyrell. Hey Trey, thanks for putting your team in there. Your team is looking solid. It's I really like Eckler in a full PPR. You managed to also get a positional advantage with Kelsey. Absolutely. I like that. Trey, if you check the link in our description, we have a Discord channel that you should join that we have. If you want more feedback on your team, that's the way to go. That's the place to go, and we can give you more feedback from more people when we're not doing an auction draft at the moment. So, but overall, I do like that team. Judy on the bench is great. Juju on the bench is great. Golladay has a big ceiling, so I'm a big fan of that PPR team, dude. And I'm sure you got Tannehill at a good price too, or a good discount, based on everyone else. So very solid team.
You were
Trey.
chatting with.
Thanks for coming by. Make sure to like and subscribe.
While you were chatting with Trey, I went ahead and got ourselves Deebo Samuel. I had to pay $5 to get him, but I did.
That's okay. At this point, it doesn't matter. I think it's good that we got him. We have 4 spots.
I'm going to nominate Robbie Anderson.
And we want him to, right?
I wouldn't be displeased if he just fell in our lap. Robo Chris wants him.
Yeah.
I'm going to let him go for that.
I think I want him for 3.
And see if Robo wants him for more?
Yeah. I think he's just a good starter on the squad.
I'm not going to take him for 5 though, so I'll let him go.
Okay. All right. Who do you have your target on?
Targets remaining would be I like Corey Davis and the volume that comes along with him. Darnell Mooney is sneaky. I like either getting Jonnu Smith or Hunter Henry, having us tight end options. Phillip Lindsay is a decent little running back that we could put in there. Let's not forget about J.D. McKissick, Rashad Bateman, Rondell Moore. So I like some of the talent left on the board. We will take Corey Davis, though.
Yeah, absolutely. So max bids right now for people. So we can outbid everyone. There's also Rondell Moore, who we talked about earlier, that people are going to like. I think we just have to buy Corey Davis at this point.
Agreed.
Spinks has, I guess, a very similar max bid than we do.
Does. And I mean, this drops us down a peg, but that's okay.
Yeah. Hopefully, Spinks wants Michael Pittman.
Nate says he doesn't mind auction drafts. No doubt. No doubt. You did very well, Nate. I'm hoping Kyler can carry us.
Yeah, I think, the team ended up being pretty good. The biggest thing is we didn't have to fight with Nate because we spent all of our money. So things didn't get bid up for us really that much. I'm happy with it. In the end, we were scrapping together a wide receiving core here that I like.
I don't mind.
I don't think I really want to do $4.
Negative.
I like Mooney. I do, and it would be a stack. But
Trey got chopped up in his league for taking Kelsey first in the first round.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad move at all, especially if it was like the back end of the first round.
Yeah, no, I don't mind that either. Yeah, the 9th pick. He right positional advantage, man. It's all good. You might have got him for the turn, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure you got a great, or you probably got Eckler at the turn. So that's a great 1-2.
Le'Veon Bell going out on a limb there, easy. Does not belong with a roster at the moment.
No, he went. Did I see earlier that he's visiting with the Ravens today?
I mean, the Ravens need help. They only have Gus Edwards and Tyson Williams as their two healthy running backs. They have no other pieces. So you might see a guy like Todd Gurley finally, Le'Veon Bell finally landing.
Yeah. All right, let's see here.
What do we have for viewership? Yeah, we're close to the end here. Zach Moss, not a bad little.
I think so.
Bad little running back to pick up.
Yeah, I don't mind him.
But I'll let people spend their money.
Is there a running back you have your eye on?
No. Not at the moment.
Okay.
But look, we're pretty much done here. So if you want to see how the draft completely turns out, it's pretty much over. But grab the link in the description of this video. We'll take you to our Discord. We will post the full link to the board there so you can check it out. We appreciate you guys coming by, leaving comments and likes on the video. Consider subscribing if you are new. We would love to have you along for the ride long term. Deshaun Watson up on the board. I'm not going to be taking him, but hooked on a Thielen is. So appreciate you guys being with us. We do this each and every week, not drafting, but live streaming every single Sunday for your starts and sits. So make sure you come on out for that. Anything you want to say, Lando, before we go?
No, that's it. Thanks everyone for coming by. Good luck to everyone in the listener league. This was a lot of fun. Auction drafts is really tough, and hopefully everyone learned a lot. It's a very tricky way to draft your team, and most teams didn't look as good as they hoped, but here we go. All right, looks like our stream's screwing up anyway, so it's time to get off.